Is your automatic transmission acting crazy by jumping gears or making your engine speed bounce all over the place while you are trying to drive? If you pull a code P0794, it means your intermediate shaft speed sensor I is sending an intermittent or erratic signal to the transmission control module. This is a generic code for automatic transmissions that you will see on everything from Toyotas and Mazdas to Chevys and Jeeps. The intermediate shaft or the lay shaft is what helps distribute the spinning power from the input side of your transmission to the output side, and the speed of the shaft changes depending on what gear you are in. The computer needs a perfectly steady signal from this sensor so it can decide exactly when to shift and how much hydraulic pressure to use for a smooth ride. If that signal starts cutting in and out, the computer gets confused and your transmission might start shifting very hard or even go into a backup mode to keep the car moving. This code is moderately severe because while your car might still be drivable, it is a sign of a bigger problem that could eventually leave you stranded on the side of the road. You might notice numerous warning lights on your dash like the traction control or anti-lock brake lights, and your drivability will feel very rough. The most common causes are a defective speed sensor or an electrical fault in the wires between the sensor and the computer, but it could also be caused by dirty or low automatic transmission fluid. To start fixing this, you should check your transmission fluid level and smell it, because if it smells burnt, you likely need a full service with a new filter and fresh oil. Locate the sensor, which is usually mounted right on the transmission housing, and check the connector for any loose pins or signs of moisture. A great pro tip is to remove the sensor and check the tip for metal shavings or dirt, because a dirty sensor can easily send a bad signal. Use some brake cleaner to wipe it off and see if the problem goes away. If the sensor is clean but the code persists, you should use a multimeter to test the electrical values at the sensor pins and compare them to the factory specifications. If the wiring and sensor are both good but the signal is still erratic, then you might be looking at an internal problem with the transmission control module or even a damaged gear inside the transmission case. Catching this early will help you avoid a total transmission failure and keep your vehicle shifting exactly like it did the day it was brand new.